I'm interested in somebody who needs my help, who needs a lawsuit and justice, and frankly, sometimes needs the money. And so that's what we're interested in. Rich?
Preston said something very interesting. Needs us. It's not just needs a lawyer. We think that we have a unique practice. We restrict the cases we take to those people who are very seriously injured. And we do that because we have backgrounds that other lawyers don't. We are both scientists. When it comes to science, when it comes to understanding and unraveling the mysteries of a liability situation, that's where we excel, which is why we call ourselves lawyers with an edge. Our edge is our education and training. We've handled cases involving ladders, scaffolds, cranes. We've handled cases involving cars that fall apart in an accident that shouldn't. They're called crashworthiness. We handle any kind of accident, whether it's on a premises, on a construction site, in an automobile, from a doctor, or from a product. All of those modalities can cause serious injury, can even cause death. I knew Preston for many years. We found each other early on in our careers because we shared a hobby together. We're both amateur radio operators. I knew that he was scientifically oriented. He knew I was scientifically oriented. The kinds of cases that we handle require an understanding of science. It was a really good match between us. And in 2002, in the middle of 2002, we got together and formed Gurfein and Douglas. I think we rely on each other.
There are, Richard said it a little earlier, I think. There are things that he likes to do and things that I like to do. And while we have been able to be flexible in our practice so that whatever he can do well, I can do almost as well. And whatever I can do well, he can do as well. And so that ability to switch off on each other is very helpful. But there are also, when it comes down to it, if there's one trial, Richard's going to try it. If there are two trials, we'll both try it. If there's simple paperwork to be done, motion practice, and most depositions, these are my meat. And to my mind, moving a case forward by doing any of those landmark things is what makes me happy. And so I generally do that work. And it's rewarding every day to get one of those processes done. Each time one gets done, the case gets closer to finished. Meantime, Richard is busy getting ready to try the next case. And that is mainly how we've worked, although, as I said, there are some times when, for various reasons, we switch off. What motivates me every day is, first, every day is different. Every day has something new. Most days are very rewarding. Some days are hard, but we are often doing good in the world. There are a number of people who need what we do. They need money for survival. They need to get justice, and we enjoy doing that. And the challenge is there every day.
Every case presents a mystery, and our job, first and foremost, is to solve that mystery. Our goal is to help our clients who are severely injured, who are terribly disabled, to regain some dignity, to regain the ability to have a life.
We have that ability to figure out what happened, what went wrong, why it happened, and who's responsible.
And we understand the underlying principles of science, whether it be physics or chemistry or biology. We've been there, we know it. We don't have to learn it for each new case.
One of my favorite words that we used recently is that you need to take all of the different pieces of evidence, the testimony and deposition of the responsible people, and the hospital records, and what our clients have to say, because they often help us to see what's happening. And you need to, my favorite word is interdigitate. You need to connect all these things in order so that you can put together a factual case. Rich just finished a case that I did the preliminaries as usual, but you got to give him credit. He has a verdict which is one of the largest in the history of the state for an individual person.
It was $110.6 million. We serve the population of mankind because it doesn't matter to us if you're poor or rich, if you're black, white, or brown, if you're a human being who has been injured because of the negligence or carelessness of somebody else. That's the population we serve. We have what's called a contingency fee arrangement, which means we will handle the case. We will advance the expenses, and they can be substantial. We will advance the expenses to get to a verdict. And if we are successful and there is a recovery, we will get a percentage of the recovery and nothing more. In that way, somebody who is hurt knows that they can get the best possible representation and not have to pay for it unless there's a recovery.
Our firm is Gurfein Douglas, LLP. You can reach us at gurfeindouglas.com.
Our phone number is 212-406-1600, or our toll-free number is 1-866-699-EDGE. So we handle the kinds of cases that people need our expertise in. Cases where the ultimate recovery will change their life. And that's our goal.